Welcome back everybody to another iRacing video. This time we're at Okayama in the Super Formula Lights, and to be honest, my iRating and safety rating recently has been all over the place to the point where I have dropped from a B license to a C license over 2 consecutive seasons at the very least, and suffice to say it's been a bit of a roller coaster. This race was no exception. I think I netted at least 10 incident points, but I still wanted to share it either way, as the final result was pretty decent, so adds to my rating, and especially because I hadn't done a whole lot of practice during this particular round of these official race series on iRacing. So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's go racing. Right, here we go, all gridded up for a crazy race around Okayama. 3.72 kilometers per lap, 11 corners in total, starting P22. Didn't set a qualifying time just because I hadn't done a whole lot of practice, but we managed to get a decent start, pipped the guy in front of us immediately, and it's just a drag race down into T1. And already carnage as we got cars crashing into each other on the left hand side, a car in the wall on the right hand side, and we're managing to get past that car on the right hand side as well, with so much damage on the left hand side of the car. As we've got another one exiting stage right. We're managing to survive, and I believe the guy that we passed at the start managed to get past us again, retake that position, and so we're just going to have a little bit of a dive down the inside, get alongside them. That'll be if I'm pronouncing their name correctly, JZhotspot, and apologies if I am mispronouncing your name, but nonetheless heading down into the hairpin on the back straight. Everybody behaving, that is everybody that has survived that third one chaos, and we're managing to make it through. Been very much cautious here. It's something that I've been trying to work on in my racing craft. I get quite overzealous, and definitely have a lack of patience at times, and you know, that's how you get caught up in all these crashes usually, especially in turn 1 of any race for that matter, not just this, especially, you know, categories like Formula 4. It's quite chaotic. I think I was doing a race in Circuit Navarra the other day, and literally not even a meter, I would say, crash right as the lights go out, and yeah, it's quite crazy. As we have a look at the replay, decent start as the lights went out, and to be honest, normally I don't try and go for overtakes in the first lap. I try and just let everybody sort themselves out, but for whatever reason, I just gave the beans and tried to get a good launch and just give it a proper go. Have a quick look on board, a couple other cars here that were involved in all of this tangles and absolute messes, as, that's unfortunate. Getting tangled up. They went a little bit deep as we got that yellow and purple car off into the weeds as well. As we look at the chopper cam action here, purple and yellow car center stage. Seems to get caught up in the rear wheel of that green car, yes, and gets turned around and eats the wall. Absolutely unfortunate. Lap 2, managing to, again, just knuckle down, stay focused, try and catch up to these guys in front of us as we're managing to make ground on the Jan Zengers, send it down the inside, and it's not over yet. They're right behind us. We managed to get the move done, but it ain't over. And you'll see here, absolutely bizarre. We got hit right in the back for whatever reason. This actually really threw me off. I thought, alright, you know what? I'll let you go. That seemed very aggressive. And let's just have a look at the replay and see what happened, because to me it felt a little bit deliberate, and it just seemed like maybe there's a little bit of net code. Go on board on their roll bar cam and just have a look and see what exactly happened here, because it seemed a little bit aggressive to me, but I feel like also it could have just, it looked like they misjudged it possibly as well. Not entirely sure, can only speculate, but either way, somehow we managed to, you know, get away without any significant damage. Car is still facing the right direction, which is the first thing, and number 2, no steering damage or no suspension damage, which, to be honest, normally in that sort of situation you would honestly expect. As we get the move done, Jan Zengers goes off the track. Absolutely unfortunate for them. Lap 5. chasing down more people in front of us. So there's just a massive gaggle of cars now in front of us. I think 3 or 4 cars, and you can see the field is spread quite a bit at this moment. You can see P1 is basically just booked it. They're gone, and we're chasing down now P9, 10, and 11, and we're managing to once again get onto this back straight and get into the slipstream. You can really take advantage of that toe. Drag yourself all the way up to them. Trying to switch up the camera angles here as we're gonna get alongside and get the move done down to first gear. You could probably do this corner in second gear, but I've been using first gear for the most part. Hard on the brakes and just grab all those gears all the way down to first. Lap 8, here we go. Chasing. We are up to P10 and now chasing down P9, P8 up the road. As you can see, they're sort of fighting away as well, but somehow it seems to be an absolute disaster for this car. They seem to have a bit of damage as we manage to get past them and get a free spot there. That's completely fine, as once again another car going off the track, and we'll take advantage of that. Now lap 9, here we go again, once again digging in, trying to close the gap. Someone's gone off in T1 and comes flying back onto the track. Absolute zero situational awareness and absolutely dangerous. Let's have a look at the replay there. So they just seem to go a little bit too deep into T1, lose it, and then get passed by another car behind them, and then just shoot back onto the track. Almost collects us, and then the car behind us as well, having to check up. Pretty irresponsible stuff there. Lap 12, here we go. Just got to knuckle down. We're in where are we at? P9. Trying to just, keep our head down. Sorry, not P9, P7. Trying to get our head down and once again make ground on cars in front of us. P number 6 right in our crosshairs. Once again, that back straight slipstream really coming in handy. Send it down the inside into the hairpin, down to first gear, and get the move done. This has been quite a slog at this point. 12 laps, and we've managed to make up quite a bit of ground. We started P22, keep that in mind. Started P22, up 16 positions. It's nothing new, plenty of people had done it, but to me, I was like, what in the world? How did we manage to do this? And just gonna fast forward through most of this, basically just chasing down these guys in front of us, trying to get that one more position. We're basically into the tail end of this race, and we managed to reel ourselves in and set the fastest time. As I go a little bit off track for a moment there, got a little bit overzealous and lost track, lost concentration, or lapse in concentration rather. And I like this camera angle. I was really happy with this camera angle I was managing to get. I was trying to experiment here and there, as once again that back straight slipstream coming in very handy. Drag ourselves alongside and we'll give it the send, get the move done up into P5. I'm absolutely sweating at this point, and P4 is in sight, but this is the final lap. That's right, it's got to go on board for this last few corners. I really thought I could have this guy, even though this was the last lap. I really thought I could try and claw myself and up there and get past and get that P4, but it wasn't enough. Come around the final corner onto the main straight. In that slipstream, there's a hope there, a glimmer that we could try and get past them, but it's not enough as we cross the line, and that's it. P5, after a slog of a race, started P22, up 17 spots overall. My iRating went up to about 1853, so pretty decent. My goal is to, try and get up to that 2K iRating. I got there once and then immediately just dived back down, so that's my goal. Strength of field was around 1741, so pretty average, but a lot of fast guys on here. P1 obviously just pissed off and finished the race, I think, before anyone else would finish the final lap. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please do leave a like and a comment, and yeah, take care. I'll catch you guys in the next video.